today saying, it's now been 40 weeks. I've really grown to appreciate this journey I've been on and allowed time for me to pat myself on the back for showing up every day. Last weekend, his teammate Jaylen Brown spoke about his potential return to the court.
He looked good, to be honest. He looks like he's progressing along. He's checking off all the right boxes. Obviously, he needs to, take his time to mentally, spiritually, emotionally make sure everything he feel right before he make any decisions. But in terms of as what I've seen, he looks pretty damn good.
All right, welcome in. We're joined here by Ramona Shelburne, senior writer. We got a pair of champions here in Danny Green and Amon Shumpert. And I'm George Sedano in for Malika Andrews. All right, let's get into Jayson Tatum. Ramona, you've been in that situation or dealing with that situation closely. I need to add, though, that he did practice with the Maine G League team, but he didn't have to go to Maine. When you're that big a star, the Maine G League comes to you. So what do you have to say about the latest on Tatum?
Look, I know everybody is seeing that the game got flexed into that spot on NBC in the prime time, that there's a documentary the NBC's affiliate out there has been doing on Jayson. So they're connecting dots, okay? But I checked in with Jayson Tatum and he says, I still have not made a decision on whether or not I am coming back this year. And what can we infer from that? I think he is being truthful in saying that, but I also think that he understands what he said before. He wants to get this right the first time. Nobody in Boston wants to put any pressure on Jayson Tatum to put a date on this, to put a time on this. I talked to somebody very close to this situation. That scrimmage that he's done, if he's only scrimmaged one time, he's got to do a bunch more things before everybody gets comfortable with the idea of him going out there and playing, because this was a serious injury. But one thing I think from his post that he was feeling this morning, he's at that 40-week mark. He put himself in position to make this decision. He put himself in position for this to even be an opportunity, because the second he got hurt, he popped that Achilles. He did what one of his idols, Kobe Bryant, did and said, okay, let's get and have surgery the next morning. That fast forwards your rehab clock, and the procedure he had done, the way he's attacked this rehab, have put him in this position to be able to make a decision. And he still hasn't made one yet because of how serious that injury is. But I think the fact that he's trending in that direction, the steps that he's been taking, are a very good sign for him and the Celtics.
Yeah, it does help that his name is Jayson Tatum, because not everybody can get in to the operating room that next day.
Who didn't pick up your call, Danny?
Also, big time Shump to get in there one time. For me, I had to wait like 3 weeks to get my knee done.
You already looked after me. Thank you, guys.
Good for him. But not everybody can get in the very next day. But good for him to get next day. He put himself in a great position. Obviously, he's ramping up. He looks good. I think it's great to hear from his teammates, because when you're coming back from injury, you need that support. You need that encouragement. But ultimately, we've had injuries. You need more 5-on-5 and feel comfortable. So getting those reps, you start out with 1-on-1s. You start out with 3-on-3s. Those are difficult. Not as much help defense. 5-on-5, still difficult. Your, conditioning your energy down. So he's going to probably need a lot of iterations of that. For me, we talked about it multiple times on this panel, and we talked about it mostly with Shanae, because she's had an Achilles injury. And she says, be patient. Don't rush it. Take your time. But for me, I'm happy for him to get there, but there's no rush, because they are a great group. Are they contenders right now? Yes. But will they win a championship this year with him? I don't see it. I think the chip still stands in the West or one of those other teams. But they, Jaylen Brown could be making a different case for that. But to me, it's there's no rush for him to come back right now, because I don't just see them as a championship team just yet. But it'd be cool to see him come back for his own individual challenges to show the world, this is something I can get over.
And we saw those notable Achilles injuries there a moment ago. But Iman, let's just play this out. Let's say he does come back. What kind of Jayson Tatum are we going to see?
Well, first off, you're going to see a competitor, because the guy's just a competitor, a flat-out competitor. But the good thing about it is Jayson Tatum doesn't have to come back and say, man, I need to be the star I was last year. I don't think anybody in Boston's expecting it. I don't think anybody in New Jersey's going to expect it. We're not going to expect it as fans. What we do need to expect is that when he comes back, he's going to get a roar from the crowd. Whenever he comes back, it's going to be a roar. It's going to be a lot of energy in the stands, on the floor, just because he's back. Working out alongside your teammates, all of that goes within a package to say, hey, guys, when we roll out here for the play, playoffs, we're together. And now they can turn to their left, turn to their right, trust the guys around them and say, we all stepped up. You can look at Jaylen Brown and say, hey, man, you're ready just in case we're going to make a late push in the playoffs. So I would get excited for them, but knowing that Jayson Tatum does not have to be an MVP. He just has to be an efficient shooter, knock down shots, go out there and play the offense. And have
presence. His aura alone.
Aura.
Well, it changes the dynamics on the floor. There's no doubt. Ramona, last
Well,
one.
I mean, I think the big thing with Jayson is really just that, that rehab from that Achilles, I don't know if you guys have ever been through that, it is mind-numbing. Like, when I saw him, he was out here just in January, I think it was, and he just said it's just every day is just the same thing over and over and over. And so for him to take that moment this morning to say, I'm proud of myself for showing up, because that is repetitive, that is difficult. And I think the way this goes, everyone talks says there's no date here. There's no timeline. There's not even a date. There's just going to be how he feels. And nobody wants to put pressure on him. So I think the way this goes is when he starts to feel ready, when he starts to get close, we'll just wake up one day.
Yeah.
And he'll say it's the day.
Oh, it's time.
It's not going to be a countdown.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we'll see how it all unfolds. Let's take a look at who the Celtics are competing against in that Eastern Conference. According to DraftKings Sportsbook, the Cavs with James Harden are the favorites to win the East, closely followed by the Knicks and Pistons, all ahead of Boston. Danny, who do you think the team to beat is in the East?
I know Detroit is number 1 right now, and they overtook the Thunder right now.
Right.
For number 1 team in the league. But I would say the New York Knicks. The expectations they've had before coming into the season and even to now and how they've been playing. They won the Cup game. They had a little phase where they were kind of out of it, but they're balling. They're back to what they need to be doing, what they should be doing. And the reason why they hadn't traded for Giannis because they believe in the group that they have, and they have to show and prove this year. They have to win this year. So I'm going to say the New York Knicks.
Yeah, I'm going to roll with you, Danny. New York Knicks, they are the team to beat in the East, and that is no disrespect to Detroit and what those boys are doing over there. It's just Detroit has one of those teams that it's like during the season, I understand them stacking up wins. When you have to lock in, hone in, and get 4 wins on the team, it's hard to beat a team 4 times, and I think that the Knicks are more cut for that.
There would be people who said Detroit did win that series, could have won that series last.
Yeah.
There were some calls in that series.
Well, there was the one controversial Hardaway shot.
Okay. Listen, we got to.
But did not.
Yeah.
We got to put some respect on the Pistons name.
Yeah,
man.
I'm with you.
They passed up the Thunder for the best record in the league. And I understand the pressure that's on New York and all the hype and everything. But look at that record.
No, they're
40 and 13.
very good.
Kate Cunningham.
It's one of those situations where you're not going to believe in them until they show it.
Do you trust their shooting?
The experience.
They did it.
They need more seasoning. OKC, we had to believe in their experience before they had to do it. So Detroit has to show me that they can do it in the playoffs. If they can do it in the playoffs, of course, then we'll believe. But to me, I think New York has the experience. They have the veterans, so that's why I'm not. But I definitely respect Detroit. Cade has been an ultimate. He's been crazy all year. Clutch player of the year for me. And, he's going to take this team to new levels, but they have to show it in the playoffs.
Shump, you're a former Cav. What about the Cavs?
I like the Cavs. I like the Cavs. I'm always going to have fun watching the Cavs, but I can't turn away from what I've seen with James Harden in late playoff situations. It's no knock to him. It's just what we expect from him. James Harden is a very, very capable guy, and I want to see him go out swinging. If you're going to go down in the playoffs, go 0 for 30 if you got to go. Yeah. But I don't like to see an unaggressive James Harden, and I've seen it too many times in the playoffs. I know Donovan Mitchell is going to be there to help him along, but I just don't want to see anybody get the big eyes and then we're surprised.
Yeah. Now, listen, I'll say this before we go. Everyone thought the East was not going to be very good this year. It's going to be pretty fun down the stretch.
For sure.
We'll keep an eye on that. Coming up, what will the vibes be like in Milwaukee when Giannis returns? And what's this summer look like in Milwaukee? Our panel busts out their crystal balls. And we're a month out from March Madness. The legend, my guy Seth Greenberg, is stopping by to break down the top 5 campus hoopers
Come through, Coach.
Coming up here for March. All right, and last thing here, you've heard about Air Jordan, but what about Rare Jordan? This is widely regarded as one of the best draft classes ever, and last night proved that with number 2 Houston and Kingston Flemings taking on number 6 Iowa State. There are coaches. Yes, sir. Let's start early in the first half. Kingston Flemings dribbles his way out of trouble.
Space.
Pulling up, draining the jumper.
Do y'all know that boy?
I'm a fine space.
Do you know that boy?
Game tied at 26. Mercy Miller. Master P. Putting it down. Yeah. Second half, Houston leading 60-53. Flemings again, this time from the wing, sinks the 3. Iowa State wouldn't go away though. Nate Heisey